Right now, you fear the weight section because you don't know what you're doing and it's intimidating. And this fear is holding you back from getting the toned physique that you wish you had. So I'm going to break down a full body strength workout that you can do today in the gym using just a few dumbbells. And if you are really keen to shed a few pounds and tone up, I'm giving you 4 weeks of free fat loss coaching. The link is in the description below, completely free. In that 4 weeks, you will understand what to do with nutrition, with your calories, how many steps to do, and most importantly, you get a free 4-week training plan, completely beginner friendly, that you can follow. To start your workout, you're going to do a little bit of mobility to get yourself warmed up. So we're going to start with some torso twists from side to side. You want to do roughly 8 to 12 on each side. And then we're just going to do a few little arm circles, and for lower body, some open gates. So bring your leg up and round. Again, we want to do between 8 to 12 each side of these. And the reason that we do this is because it's going to reduce risk of injury. Now you're warmed up, you can grab some dumbbells. I would recommend, as a beginner, picking up a pair of 5 kilo dumbbells and then one dumbbell that is probably between 8 to 10 kilos, and then you can reassess and adjust after you've done your first sets. We are going to start off with a goblet squat. So pick up your one heavier dumbbell and hold it in close to your chest. Plant your feet so they're about hip width apart. We want to think about bracing your core. So imagine that someone is about to punch you in the stomach and you're tensing, bracing for that impact. I want to think about keeping this brace for the whole movement. Now push your hips back and bend at the knees to come down into a squat. And you want to come down until your thighs are parallel to the floor. So just turn to the side so you can see. Hips back, bend at the knees, come down until those thighs are parallel to the floor. You want to keep your chest up as well, not leaning forwards like this. Then you're going to push through the floor to return back to standing. You want to start off with doing 8 to 12 of those. And once you've done your first set, see how the weight feels. If you found it really easy to get to 12, then you might want to pick up a heavier weight to try for your second set. If, on the other hand, you have struggled to get to 8 reps, you might want to think about potentially picking up one a little bit lighter. And you're going to do that exercise for 3 sets. So you're going to do 1 set of 8 to 12, then you're going to rest for maybe 90 seconds, then go again, another rest period, and a final set of 8 to 12. Now you want to pick up a dumbbell in each hand. Again, you want your feet so they're about hip width apart on the floor. You want to set your shoulder blades back so your chest is slightly out. And you want to, again, think about bracing your core. Now, this time, we want to keep a soft bend in the knees, but our legs are going to stay pretty straight. What we're going to do is we're going to hinge at the hips and push your bum towards the back of the room, coming down until your bum stops traveling backwards. This is called a Romanian deadlift. So again, keep those dumbbells in close to your legs, not holding them out here. You want to stop when your bum stops traveling backwards as well. You don't want to keep going, you'll end up rounding your back and that could hurt. You also want to keep your neck in line with the rest of your spine, so make sure you're not looking up forwards like this. Keep it tucked in. Then you're going to push through your heels, so come back up to standing. Again, we want to do 3 sets of 8 to 12 of these with 90 seconds rest in between. Once you've done your first set, see how the weight feels. If you think that you could do more, go up a weight. If you found it really, really tough, then no harm in coming down. Now for some unilateral work, which is simply working one side at a time. And the reason that we are doing this is because I guarantee you've got one side that is stronger than the other, one that is weaker. So we want to work at evening out those imbalances. We're going to grab a dumbbell in each hand. Then you want to plant your feet in a staggered stance. Again, maintaining that hip width of distance between them. We're going to do a static lunge. So you want to bend both of your knees to come down until your front thigh is parallel to the floor. And then again, push through that front working leg to drive yourself back up to the standing position. For these, make sure you start on your weaker side. If you don't have any idea what side that is yet, you will by the end of the first set, so you can always adjust for the second set. 8 to 12 on each leg will be 1 set. So you're gonna do that, 90 seconds rest, and then repeat for 3 sets. Now you wanna find yourself a bench, because we're gonna do a little bit of upper body work. So we're gonna start off with a dumbbell bench press. Dumbbell in each hand, sit on the seat part of the bench, and then lay back. As you do so, you want to kick the dumbbells up in the air so that your wrists are in line with your shoulders. You want to have your wrists at about a 45-degree angle, not so that they're straight. Now you're going to bend at the elbows and lower the dumbbells towards your chest. And when you do this, you want to make sure that your elbows are coming in slightly so they make sort of more of an A shape to your body rather than right out to the side in a T shape. Then you're going to push the dumbbells back up away from you to return to the starting position. 3 sets, 8 to 12 reps, 90 seconds rest between sets. For the final exercise, we're going to do a single arm bent over row. So again, more unilateral work to even out the imbalances that we might have. So you're going to place one knee on the bench and the supporting foot you're going to place out and back slightly. Then you're going to place one hand on the bench as well. You want your back to be as flat as possible. Grab your dumbbell in your other hand. Now you want to retract your shoulder blades. So think about squeezing them together and brace your core. Now bring your elbow up in towards your hip, keeping it nice and close to your body. Squeeze your shoulder blades at the top and then slowly lower the weight back down. So we're bringing it in towards our hip. We're not bringing it out here. Want to control the weight as it comes down. We don't want to be doing this. We don't want to be swinging. We want nice, slow, controlled movements. 8 to 12 reps on each arm, starting with the weaker side, and then 90 seconds rest, go for 3 sets. Now that is your strength workout done, but before you finish, we're just going to do a little bit of stretching to make sure that you are not too sore tomorrow. So link your hands together behind your back and push them out. This is going to stretch your chest. I'm going to hold this for roughly 30 seconds. Then you're going to bring one arm across your body and pull it in with the other arm. Make sure you switch and hold for about 30 seconds on each side. Now, those all important quads, because otherwise sitting on the toilet and walking down the stairs might be hell. So bend your leg, grab hold of your foot, and you should feel a nice stretch along here. Obviously, balancing on one leg, you may want to hold on to something to help you keep that balance. We're going to hold that for 30 seconds and switch and do the other leg as well. And the hamstrings to the backs of your legs. So you want to essentially just fold in the middle and try and touch the floor. This is where I realise I am so unflexible. And lastly, we're just going to stretch the glutes out. So essentially you want to come down onto all fours, stretch one leg out behind you, and then bring the other leg across and sit down into it. And then if you want to come down onto your elbows, you'll feel that stretch even deeper. Now you know what to do in the gym, you've just got to go and put it into practice. Don't forget, head to the description below to grab yourself 4 weeks of free fat loss coaching to help you get started and lose your first 2 to 4 kilos. Thank you for watching. If you found this helpful, then please don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss the next one.